Temper tantrums are usually reserved for young children, but from Karens to Kens, the pandemic has adults angrier than ever. Here's some proof. Take a look.
This over. This over. This over. Can everybody else do it? Why can't I do it? Because I'm a blonde white woman? $40,000 Rolex?
Call 911. Damn stop, good man.
My mask is in my bag.
Put it on.
Put it on when I get a chance.
The manager of the airport here. Who's talking? Joking.
Please just leave us alone. Please leave us alone. Oh my God. What the? I did, so protect yourself.
Wow, Dr. Lauren. I mean, funny, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah, I mean, so many adults are having difficulty with just regulating their emotions.
I mean, everyone is so tightly wound up and just on the brink to just snap and blow it. So, I mean, those cortisol levels have to be
Super high.
peaking super high for everybody. So, and what do you attribute this?
You know, I think that during the pandemic, everybody has been so stressed out. You know, not only are people losing jobs, losing loved ones, but also just really not caring for themselves so well, just because they're home eating things that maybe they shouldn't be eating.
Well, just fed up with the whole process,
and not connecting
right?
with other people in a meaningful way. Like, we need that human connection in order to feel good. Like, we need that like we need food and water, and we're just not getting it. And I think we're just at our wits' end.
All right, so let's get some coping skills. I think we all need some from etiquette coach Elaine Swann. Welcome to the show, Elaine. How are you?
Thank you. I'm well. Thank you for asking.
Well, and you wrote a book on this subject called Let Crazy Be Crazy. So you have some definite intel about what's going on currently. Please, we need help. Share.
One of the things that I share in my book is to use authority figures to try to get what you want. One of the things we should avoid doing, and this is some of the things that we saw in the example here, is that we try to police other people. And oftentimes, if somebody leaves their house and they decide that they're going to behave badly in public, more often than not, they're not going to listen to anything you have to say. So utilize the authority figures that exist in order to get that person under control. We can't control them, but let whether it's a store manager or a security person or even your local police to help you to deal with that individual. That's one of the best things to do initially.
Good tip. So what should we do when somebody starts really pushing our buttons?
Yeah, well, if someone starts to push our own buttons, one of the things that I recommend you do is put some space in between yourself and that individual. If they have nothing to fight with or no one to go up against, then you can simmer down that negative behavior.
And Dr. Lauren, I mean, this is a tactic you use all the time in psychology, right? If you're doing therapy, couples therapy, family therapy, if you see that sometimes you have to say,
take a time out. And I also think, you know, during this time in our society that everybody's tensions are running so high, it's important that we keep ourselves safe. And in order to do that, sometimes we just got to get out, you know? And I think, you know, if you're in a store and something like this is happening in a grocery store, you can come back to the grocery store later on when everything is kind of dissipated a little bit.
And this next question, Elaine, I mean, something we're confronted with a lot during the pandemic, whether it be distancing or masks or vaccinations, whatever. How do you handle the people who are just impossible to reason with?
Stop talking. Save yourself some breath and stop talking. There are some individuals who have their mind absolutely made up. And when you recognize this, and you can tell this, it's through their body language, through their actions. When you see those eyes glaze over, and that's one of the first things I say in my book, when you see those eyes glaze over and you know that they're not listening, then you stop talking. Allow whatever you said to just permeate in their mind. You may have already shared some data and some information or whatever it is. Once you've gotten it out and once you've shared it, then just leave it alone, stop talking, and allow that person to process it on their own.
That's a trick, actually, that Dr. Phil showed me, and you are right on there. It works.